Sunday evening, no one's around, and now I'm just going to pop this straight in here. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a park up in Tesco's, but with a bit of a twist. I don't think anyone's shown you this yet. I'm not sure if anyone's doing it, but I'm going to show you two things. First thing's parking, next thing is charging. Right, let's crack on, let's get on the road. It is Sunday, it is about 4 o'clock in the evening. That's why Lidl's here is shut. I've just pulled over just to get directions in the sat nav. That's a loud car. Right, yeah, gonna hit the road and crack on and get to Tesco's and show you these little tricks and hacks. Right, I'm at Tesco's Extra. It is like 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. So, and it is Sunday, so shop shut, no one's around. There's the odd car here and there. I'm hoping you can see me because it is dark, obviously. But yes, what am I going to show you? This EV charging. No, let me open the motorhome and I'll show you what we've got. Here we go. This, I think I've shown this before briefly. This is the Juicy Brucie cable. Bruce made this cable. It's brilliant. It's 10 meters long of cable. You've got the motorhome plug in that end, and you've got I believe this is called a Type 2 EV plug the other end. Let me just do this one-handed and I'll show you. There we go. Look at that. As you can see, lovely plug. Right, let me show you where I am because I want to get a few things clear first. Now, this is just another bow in our quiver. This isn't a full-time thing that you should be using. This is, you know, you've got it, it's there when you need it. Like I'm here on a Sunday and I'm here when shop's shut. Now, I'm also not in an EV space, as you can see. Let me just go over here because it's marked out over here. So the space I am in is a normal space, as you can see there. So it goes up to there, then that's a normal space. These are all for EVs, okay? If 5 EV cars turn up, 10 EV cars turn up now, I will, when I'm plugged in, I will unplug. That's a gift, that's 110%. They need it more than me. The service is there for them. We just get to take advantage of it here and there. But we are paying for the privilege. It's not free. It's not like we're just taking something and pinching it or anything like that. We are using a service and we're paying for that service. But this isn't ours. So I just want to make that clear. Bottom line is, don't be a dick. If someone comes along, starts making a big fuss, unplug, disappear. Yeah, it's just not worth it. We don't want to bring any attention to ourselves, don't want to bring a bad name to ourselves, but we do want to use the system because it's great and it's cheap. So let me show you how it works. I've plugged the motorhome in there, I've run the cable down, round there, just here. Like I say, it's Sunday evening, no one's around, and now I'm just going to pop this straight in here like that, and you hear it click in, and then we've gone green. So we're now charging. Now I need to go on my phone and go on the PodPoint app and then tell them I'm going to be charging at this one. You go into location. I'll put it all on the screen now, and I'm in B. So as you can see here, you've got A and B. You pick which one you are in the app, and then it will give you about 10 minutes free charging whilst you get the app going. I think 5-10 minutes, something like that. Oh, here we go. Charging will stop if you do not confirm within 15 minutes. So you've got a little bit of time before to get it up and running and sort it all out. So I'm going to switch the phone now, sort that out, and then I'll be back with you. I am all set up. I've just gone through the PodPoint app and confirmed that I'm charging. I've just looked at my Victron app and I know I've got about 70 amps coming in. Because I've got the big Victron Multi Plus 3000. If you guys haven't seen my new system, which I showed a couple of weeks back. Bluefix have upgraded the whole system, so if you haven't seen that video, then definitely watch that after this, and I'll link it in the description below and probably at the end of the video. As you can see, windows, blinds are up. You can see I'm charging there. I can see everything out and all my blinds are open. It is Sunday. This is the best time of the day to do it. I'm not going to say it's convenient like that time, because it is Sunday and it's in the evening, but from 4 o'clock onwards the shops are shut. I'm going to be in the motorhome. I'm going to potter around, do a few bits and bobs, keep all the blinds open, so I can see what's going on. If someone's got a problem with me, straight away they know I'm in here. They can knock on the door. They can go, hey, what's going on? They can talk to me if they want to. Not that I've had any problems doing this. I've been doing this for ages. So's Bruce, and I know he's sold many cables, and no one's had any problems. Like I say, I think the rule is just don't be a dick. It's that's the simplest rule ever. This isn't our feature, so don't try and fight for it. If someone wants to confront, then just let them just go, just disappear. Don't interact with them. Don't give them time. There's plenty of other places out there. But yeah, the PodPoint app, you just sign up on the PodPoint app, you put a bit of credit on there. Bob's your uncle. And I mean, I've charged up the other day and I think I've used about 11 kilowatts. Because I charged the HAB batteries, I charged the EcoFlow, and I was cooking on the air fryer and everything at the same time. And yeah, it cost me £4, less than £5. Less than £5. And yeah, that's brilliant. I mean, I don't need a campsite. I don't need to empty my tanks right now. I don't need to empty my toilet. I've got water on board. I don't really need the electricity, but it's a nice feature, especially on a Sunday when no one's around. I'm not harming anyone. I'm not in anyone's way. I can charge up the EcoFlows. I can charge up my thing. I'm about 80%, so I can put some power in. Why not? Why not use it? This Juicy Brucie cable is absolutely flipping amazing. I absolutely love it because I can now know that I can, run my system down throughout the whole week. I'm still driving around, so I'm still getting a lot in. I'm not relying on this, but I know that come the end of the week, on a Sunday, I can just rock up, look on the map, rock up to a Tesco's or to anywhere that's got a PodPoint on a quiet day of the week, and then just charge, and I don't need to spend 20, 30, 40 quid on a campsite. Don't get me wrong, I'm still using campsites every now and again because I want all the other facilities, but when I don't need all them facilities, I don't need to pay for them. I just pay for the little bit of electric that I'm going to be using. The second thing I wanted to show you was parking in a Tesco's with restrictions, because there's a lot of car parks, there's a lot of Tesco's car parks out there, there's a lot of car parks out there now that are getting restrictions. Tesco's will usually all right, they give you 3 hours. A lot of these Tesco's now have switched over to using an app called YourParkingSpace. Now I've looked on the app and this one does use it, but I can't see any of the signs out. They're usually nice green signs and it's got a code of the car park, and then it tells you all the rules and regs. But I can't find that in this car park, but I can find it on the app. Now, on the app, you can go on there because they're usually controlled by AMPRs. So as you're coming in, the camera clocks you, which is connected to the Your Parking app. And then you get 3 hours, and anything after that, if you haven't paid on the app, then it'll probably clock you and then give you a fine. That's the way I assume it works, and I'm pretty sure that's a given. Now, what I've been doing is going on the app and then paying. Now, I know that the Tesco's, most of the Tesco's are £3.50 for 24 hours, which I think is a pretty good deal, to be fair. That's not a really bad price. And especially as I'm here now, I'm getting electricity. I am paying for electricity, and I'll show you how much the electricity costs once I've finished filling up. But then I'm going to move from here over to the other side of the car park, near one of the trolley bays. I'm going to go on the app. I'm going to pay the £3.50, even though I can't see any of the signs, because I'm just going to show you how it works. And yeah, that has been working. Now, I know I'm taking 2 spaces, but I don't there isn't an option on the app to pay for 2 spaces. I don't think anyone really worried, because Tesco's and all these car parks are never 100% full. And, you know, we're not going to outstay. I'm not going to live here for a week, because that's just boring, and I'm not going to do that, and I wouldn't recommend any of you do that. But again, for a night, or if you want to charge up on a Sunday and you want more than 3 hours, so you're coming in at 4 o'clock, you're parking up to charge, and you're completely flat, then, you know, you've got the option to pay a couple of quid. Even if you don't want to stay the whole 24 hours, you can pay a quid or two for another couple of hours, and then charge with the Juicy Brucie if you were going to go down that route. And yeah, it still works out cheaper than a campsite or somewhere like that. Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys have been using it. There are various other apps to pay for parking, but they're relatively cheap if you do 24 hours, and I haven't had any problems. So I'd love to know if you guys have been using it, if you're thinking of using it, and what you think about it, really. I don't know if it's going to hang around, or, you know, if there's going to be any problems in the future, but right this minute, paying on the little app seems to be working. Again, it's just pretty much like the PodPoint. You just click locate, you find one, you tell it what time, you register your vehicle number plate, and then you click how many hours you want and click pay. Then that's pretty much it. And then you're registered on the machine, on the ANPR. And the beautiful part of that is, if you was going to pay to stay in the car park and it's close to town, for instance, and you're going off, because it's on the app, you can then add more time if you needed it, you know. But yeah, right, I'm going to potter around whilst the motorhome charges. Right, let's have a look at the batteries. As you can see, we're at 100%. Everything's charged. EcoFlows are all charged. I've just made some hash browns with the air fryer whilst on hookup at the EV port. I'm going to jump out now, unplug the cable. I'll show you doing that. Unplug the Juicy Brucie. I'm going to move to the other side of the car park, and then I'll go through the app and I'll see how much power we used and how much got charged. Okay, now one of the beautiful things with these is no one can pull these out without a key. You get a key with your Juicy Brucie, you get a couple of keys, and as you can see here, that's where the key goes, but without the key, you see it's just in the normal position there, it can't come out. You have to put the key in, and then as soon as I turn this key, it's going to go a different colour, it's going to turn off. So you'll see it here, ready? There we go, different colour. Now all I've got to do is wind all the cable up. Like I say, 10 metres of cable. You can see how, you know, I could reach quite a way with this thing. You know, I'm not good now, I don't need to reach all the way over here, but, you know, look how far you can reach. It's brilliant. I'm not parked in the EV spaces. I'm not breaking any rules, technically. You know, they can still turn up if they need to. So yeah, all good to go. Right, I'm going to roll this up, move over the other side of the car park over there, and then we'll have a look at the numbers on the PodPoint app. I'm all parked up. I'm against the trolley bay. Ideally, I would have probably liked to have parked there, because then I could have parked a little bit on the chevrons and then left a little bit of space for the next person here. Yeah, and it's not the most even car park, it really isn't, to be fair, but you know, I deal with that. That's easy enough to deal with that. But yeah, parked up here. I'm only here for the night. I'll be on the road again tomorrow, nice and easy. I might actually turn around. Thinking about it, I might turn around. That might be a bit better. But yeah, this is where I'm going to park up, over this side of the car park, and yeah, should be a nice, easy, quiet night. Right, let's jump in the motorhome and talk numbers. I've used 5.3 kilowatts. That's how much power I took out of the EV port, for a total time of 2 hours and 23 minutes. So that'd be well within my 3 hours if you wasn't even staying here or wanted to pay longer, and there was a 3 hour time limit. Yeah, and it cost me a whole £2.33. £2.33. How cool is that? You can see why I love this cable. You can see why I love it. I mean, Bruce has created something really good. I mean, he's a van lifer himself. He's been a van lifer for years. He wanted this cable for himself, so he didn't find one out there, so he created his own, and now he's offering it to everyone, which is absolutely brilliant. Now, if you want to know more about the cable, I'll leave a link to Bruce's website, to the Juicy Brucie. He has given me a discount code. If you use the code URBAN on his website when you check out, then you get £15 off. Cables are £195, but you get £15 off of that if you use the code URBAN. Now, I could be totally honest with you. You might think that's quite a lot of money for a cable. It's not, because I mean, I've just paid £2.33 for charging, and it's been no bother, and I could stay for charging for another 4 or 5 hours if I wanted to, because there's no one here. It's dead quiet. It's simple. It's that redundancy again, isn't it? I think it's an absolute bargain at that price. The amount of times I've used it now is paying off for itself really well. Yeah, Bruce is a mate, so yeah, I love the cable. I love what he's created, and I'm using it all the time. So I can't recommend it enough. Yeah, so if you want if you want to know more about the cable, Bruce has got loads of information, and if you've got any questions, then just feel free to ask him. He'll be more than happy. He'll probably jump in the comments of this, or just send him an email. Now, how quick can it charge your motorhome? I know that's going to be the biggest question we get. I know that's the biggest question that's going to be asked. How quick can it charge your motorhome, your camper van, your and that depends on the charger that you've got in your motorhome. If you've got, I mean, mine is the MultiPlus 3000. It can charge at a maximum of 120 amps an hour. It is a very beefy bit of kit that I've got. You saw on there, I was only charging at about 70 amps an hour. So if I was charging it, I think mine does set around the 100. So if I was completely flat, my system's 460 amps. It's just shy of 5 hours basically for me to charge from flat to full. If I wasn't using anything in the van, taking power away from the batteries. So yeah, most people have, most modern motorhomes have 20, 30, 40 amp chargers, I think. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, you can find out what charger you've got. So, whatever you get on a campsite now is what you can get on with that cable. It's not going to give you any more because it wouldn't be safe. So whatever your charger can do in your motorhome or camper van now is what you'll get from the cable. I'm going to scoff my face with a couple of leftover slices of pizza, and then I'm going to hit the hay with my nice heated blanket. I'll catch you guys in the morning. Anything happens tonight, I'll let you know. But other than that, I'll see you bright and early in the morning. There we go, easy park up in Tesco's. That wasn't the whole point of this video. I didn't really, I've shown you park ups in supermarkets before. You guys know how easy I find them, how easy it is to do really. But I wanted to show you the Juicy Brucie cable, which, this thing I absolutely love. And I think you can, I think you'll agree, pretty good value for money really. When my electric last night cost me £2.33. I mean, what a bargain, what an absolute bargain. So yeah, links in the description below for all the information about this and the discount code to get you £15 off. But yeah, I also wanted to show you the parking app, which I have been using in various places around the country at the moment. I'd love to know if you guys are using it. If you thought about using it, are you going to use it, and yeah, and what you think about the Juicy Brucie cable and this video. Any questions, comments or queries, drop them in the comments section below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm going to huddle off into Sainsbury's now and get a loaf of bread and some Pepsi Max. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy, bye.